Oftentimes when people are in danger, they will take out their phone or camera just to let others see what they are seeing. But sometimes this wish can never fully go through due to unpredicted circumstances. Here, we're going to look at 5 of the most scary and disturbing lost tapes ever found. Redwood Arsonist. In 1987 there was a huge wave of property offences due to arson. At the time, nobody knew exactly why these were happening or who caused them even. Well, that was until a farmer found a tape on a field and decided to play it. What was found on these tapes were truly shocking. The footage was taken by the police and reviewed, and what they found was the pyromaniac in the video had set houses on fire and then giggling and laughing to himself, saying sinister stuff as he watched them burn. What makes this especially scary is you can hear just how sinister his mind is. The last tape. The Pennhurst Tape. The Pennhurst State Hospital was a mental asylum located in Pennsylvania. Its purpose was to house and help the mentally and physically ill, founded in 1908, but it was shut down in 1987 due to exposure of terrible conditions, as well as assaults on the patients by staff. As a result, the hospital is reported to have a very high level of paranormal activity, making it a popular destination for both ghost hunters and urban explorers. The following isn't necessarily scary, it's only when the backstory is added that it becomes so. Taking place in 2008, the following video shows 2 college students exploring the abandoned hospital, entering room by room showing what they find. They see some evidence of satanic ritual and worship, as well as other strange unsettling things. Now, the video itself isn't too scary, but what makes this especially so is that the footage was found on the floor on a camera near the site of the hospital, and this was the last that was ever heard of the 2 explorers. Catacomb Wanderer. The French catacombs consist of hundreds of miles of mostly unexplored ancient burial grounds housing the remains of over 6 million people. Exploring the catacombs with a group is dangerous. Alone, suicide. An abandoned camera was found deep within the catacomb itself. When played back, the camera showed a man walking alone in the tunnels. While he is filming, he shows strange symbols that he sees on the walls. He even sees arrows on the ground made out of human remains. He suddenly appears spooked as his pace quickens, and then he begins breathing heavily. Eventually this turns to a state of complete terror as he begins to sprint as if fearing for his life. At this point we can't see what he's being chased by, but at the moment of his most panic he drops the camera and runs off into the unknown, never to be seen again. Great Adepts. Yuri was a Russian-Israeli diver who used a FPV camera to film his exploration of a large sinkhole off the coast of Egypt. This tragically went wrong, as during the dive it is thought that Yuri did not use the correct equipment for how deep he was going. He went over 300 meters down, causing him to suffer from nitrogen narcosis. During his dive, the camera captures the harrowing last moments of Yuri as he sinks to the bottom in a state of panic, until eventually you can see clouds of sand as he reaches the bottom and begins to panic even more, until eventually the camera shuts off. Ricardo Lopez. Ricardo Lopez was a huge fan of the singer New York. His obsession soon turned much more sinister as she started dating other men, which caused Ricardo to become extremely jealous. As a result of this, he decided to build a homemade bomb consisting of acid, which he planned to mail to her house to detonate upon opening. As if this wasn't sinister enough, the story only gets darker. Ricardo planned to kill himself, saying that if he was gonna kill himself and her, when their lives were lost, they would be joined again in the afterlife to live on forever. Leading up to this, he made a series of 2-hour-long videos which are truly disturbing, and you can hear just how gone his mind is in these. In the last video, he mails the bomb to her house before heading home to his apartment to shave his head, put face paint on, then put a gun to his head.